What's up, everybody? I'm Deadlydill, and welcome to this week's episode of Gaming News. This week's top stories include Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Starfield, Halo Infinite, Diablo 3, yes, I said Diablo 3, not 4, and some big Destiny 2 news. But before we get into any of that, let's hear from this week's video sponsor. And this week's video sponsor is Syrinchi Coffee Company. Yeah, right there, look at it. Delicious. Amazing, wonderful. They're a local company here in Louisiana, so if you find yourself on the North Shore and you're wanting something that's 1,000 times better than Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, or whatever kind of junk coffee that you people drink,
That's on me. I set the bar too low.
come stop by one of the shops. I'll probably be there. And I'm telling you, this cold brew, magnificent, something like that. It's just, there it is. It's beautiful. All right, let's get into this week's top stories. Some amazing news for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 came out this week. Yes, I know that's really hard to believe because it involves Call of Duty and Modern Warfare. So good news sometimes just doesn't happen with that. But if you're a Call of Duty player, you may like what I have to say. Zombies are returning. Woo! The zombie game mode that originated in World at War is coming back to Modern Warfare 3. We had it in Cold War, but we're getting it again because Call of Duty can't figure out anything great to add to the game, so they just keep bringing things back. Which, I mean, zombies is fantastic, but if your main seller is zombies and slide canceling to get your game back and rolling, I mean, enthusiastic thumbs up to you. And even with everybody complaining about it still, you better believe that people are going to be lining up day of, downloading it on Steam, going to GameStop if you're over 40, just to play the game. Anyway, enough about Call of Duty.
Because I hate talking about it.
One of the most anticipated games of the whole decade is finally being released. That's right, after it feels like 20 years ago it was talked about at E3, Starfield is finally releasing in less than a month. I know, it's too good to be true. I don't even know if I believe it, but it's coming out here soon. And it's actually set to release in just 21 days with early access coming out in 16 days. But gamers can start pre-downloading the game this week. That's right. Get it pre-downloaded so as soon as it's ready to go, baby, you don't have to wait for 50 hours just to download this game, which, I mean, it feels like after all the features they're talking about, it's going to be like a terabyte, which it's not going to be, but that's just how it feels. Our waiting has finally paid off. Just like me asking my wife to be my girlfriend 25 times only to be rejected all 25 times. But man, that 26th time came around,
I'm a stalker.
it was worth the wait, baby. But there's still a lot of speculation of whether the game's actually going to be good or not. With Bethesda's track record of having a ton of bugs in their games and it only being at 30 FPS on consoles, some people are still kind of concerned. It's either going to be Game of the Year or it's going to be one of the biggest flops in the decade. I hope it's Game of the Year. I don't want it to be a flop, but we're going to have to see what happens. We'll just have to wait and see if it truly shines like the star in the field. Get it? Because stars are bright, and if it was in a field, it would just be...
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way.
Now, this next thing I'm about to tell you is super shocking. Like, even for me. Like, I'm shocked that I'm even about to tell you this. Like, I feel like I'm going to be lying to you with this update. Like, I feel like I'm just straight up lying to you. I might even have to ask the Lord to forgive me for saying this because it just feels like that much of a lie. Anyway, here it goes. Halo Infinite is actually gaining some popularity. Man, that feels really good to say. But also at the same time, it feels way too good to be true. That's right, after a horrible release 2 years ago, Halo Infinite is actually getting popularity again. I mean, Halo Siege is even adding Master Chief as an operator you can use. With the release of new content, new maps, new game modes, everything's coming together for Halo. But a lot of players are saying that unless Halo gets a BR or an extraction shooter, it's not going to be popular for long. Sounds like my kids, after we go to the park, the trampoline park, get pizza for lunch, have ice cream after lunch, buy them a new puppy, and then when I tell them it's time to go to bed, they say it was the worst day ever. Don't get me wrong, I love my children, but you know, sometimes. What do you think, though? Do you think Halo needs a BR to survive, or do you think it's going to be okay the way it is? Let me know in the comments below. Diablo 3 is getting some massive updates. Yes, I said 3 and not 4. One of those updates including a major single-player game mode. Now, I don't know about you, but this makes zero sense to me. Much like when I tell my child not to do something because they're going to hurt themselves and they proceed to do the said thing, and hurt themselves. Why are we giving major updates to Diablo 3 when Diablo 4 is out and it's losing traction? Now, look, I don't know anything about the Diablo community because I've only played it a couple times. I only played Diablo 4, like, for a bit. And I just don't get it. I don't understand. Maybe you can let me know in the comments below why that makes sense to do. But look, if you're still playing Diablo 3, it's your lucky day. Do you think it's weird they're still coming up with updates for Diablo 3? Let me know in the comments below. To close everything out this week, we all know that earlier this year, voice actor Lance Reddick, who was the voice for Commander Zavla in the Destiny universe, tragically passed away. And a lot of people in the Destiny community were wondering, what's gonna happen to the character? What's gonna happen to Zavla since the voice actor's gone? Like, and he was a major role in the universe. What are they gonna do? Well, it was confirmed this week that Keith David, who was famously the voice actor for the Arbiter in the Halo franchise, is now taking over to voice Commander Zavla in the Destiny universe. Now, this is just me, but I can't think of a better person who is also a Bungie veteran to take over this role. All of Reddick's original voice lines are still going to be the same, but David is going to come alongside Bungie and record anything that is new by Commander Zavla. Let me know in the comments below. Are you excited about this? Well, that's it for this week's episode of Gaming News. If you haven't already, make sure you sub to the channel, like the video, comment below, and hit that bell for future video notifications. I'm Deadlydill Gaming, and if no one told you today, you're looking good. We'll see you next time.